Welcome back. And in this lesson, we are going to be sculpting with the clay thumb. So let's go ahead and open up Blender, do new file general, and let's go ahead and save it. And let's just call it clay thumb. And you know what to do. Let's go ahead and turn on our matte caps if you want to. Put it on any color you want. I'm going to use this cool color here. And let's add our multi-resolution. And I want to show you another trick with the multi-resolution. Usually we've just been doing subdivide, and that makes it, really soft and smooth, just like kind of like the subdivision surface. But let's say we wanted to delete this, or we don't want it to smooth it out like this. So what we could do is delete higher. We could delete our higher subdivisions, but if we click it, go ahead and click it, nothing happens. And that's because you have to give it kind of like a higher level to delete. So what you would do is just drop it down and say delete higher. Oh, and it looks like you got to do it maybe on all of them and then delete higher. Now you can't go up to 2. So it just deleted the higher one, or you could go all the way back down to 0 and delete higher. So now, you can kind of undid that. So just if you ever need to delete that, you can do that. But what you can do is also do simple or linear, and they're kind of similar, but they're a little bit different. But so when we subdivide, it's going to make these hard edges smooth. But when we do simple, it's actually going to subdivide, but it's going to keep the original shape. So sometimes you want to do that. Like say if you're modeling something like a box or something you just don't want to be curvy, this is how you would do it. So let's turn on our wireframe. So go ahead and turn on your wireframe on your overlays there. And keep an eye on our subdivision here. So when we hit simple, now you can't really see it, but you can kind of see a little bit of a grid of these quads that have been subdivided. And so if we go into sculpt mode, you will actually be able to see. So there you go. And you can just keep hitting simple and simple again, however many times you want. I'm going to do maybe 4, maybe even 5. And so now we've subdivided this in a simple kind of way so that, everything stays very sharp. So if you ever want to do that, feel free, or you can, delete that and do your multi-res, the way we have been doing it with the, making it smooth. So I'm just going to crank that up to 5. We are still in sculpt mode. And let's do what we came here to do. We're going to do the clay thumb. So everybody go ahead and activate your clay thumb. And it's exactly what it sounds like. You're just going to literally be pushing these designs like as if it was with your thumb. So notice you kind of have to like click and drag a few times, and that will kind of activate it. And it's just like if you're rubbing your thumb on a piece of clay. You can obviously increase your strength. Notice that this one is set to full power. So, this is your full thumb power that you're using here. And do notice there is no plus and minus. So if I hold control to do the opposite, it actually just does the same thing. So thumb is just the thumb. It can only push in material and kind of nudge things around. You can increase the size with F, and kind of flatten things, or just kind of move it as if you were really working with clay. So that's really fun. If we go to our tools here, you can also do plane offset. So if you want it to move a little higher or a little lower as you're thumb in your design here, you can adjust that right there. And so what I want you to do in this lesson is just thumb Suzanne's face, just push these pieces of sculpting material, everything, and just try different sizes. I want you to just try and push different parts of her face as if you were doing it in real life, and just kind of get a feel for the clay thumb. So really fun. You can also, smooth it out once you've moved stuff. So if you just need to nudge something, this is how you do it. So yeah, but that's pretty much the clay thumb. Pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy. Let's go ahead and jump into the next brush, which is our layer brush.